Welcome to Tech Quest X, where we make tech clear and show what it means for your role. Everyone talks about MCP's revolutionary power, but what about its hidden security flaws? You might assume Model Context Protocol inherently secures your data. That's a dangerous misconception. Unlike simple analogies, MCP's real security isn't about firewalls. It's about context integrity. This isn't just a developer concern. It fundamentally reshapes how PMs scope features and security teams assess risk. The unspoken truth is, most professionals misunderstand MCP's true attack surface. Data leakage can happen silently, through subtle context poisoning, or model bias can be injected, impacting critical decision-making processes. This leads to fragile AI systems, prone to unexpected costly failures. So what specific vulnerabilities are we actually missing? Building on our previous discussion about initial misconceptions, let's confront a stark reality today. The tech world divides itself. Some tout MCP as instantly secure, others quietly grapple with its real, messy vulnerabilities. Many overlook extensive plugin vulnerabilities within the protocol itself. Real-world implementations add layers of unforeseen complexity and risk. This isn't just a developer concern, it directly impacts compliance for legal teams too. Assuming out-of-the-box security is just an expensive gamble. Serious professionals must calculate this often overlooked critical cost. Because MCP promises power, but its practical reliability is a different story. While many overestimate MCP's security, a deeper deception quietly emerges. It's the stark contrast between its raw power and practical reliability. MCP promises massive context windows, enabling complex, stateful interactions. But this perceived power often masks significant performance and cost issues. Despite vast memory, critical information can still suffer context erosion. This isn't merely a developer problem. It directly impacts product managers on quality and ops teams on efficiency. Raw context size doesn't automatically mean intelligent or stable behavior. Outputs become non-deterministic, creating unpredictable user experiences. Debugging these elusive failures becomes an operational nightmare. This core deception directly fuels the next set of hidden dangers. So while MCP promises immense power, the reality on the ground tells a very different story. It's hyped as a game-changer for AI-agent interaction, offering unprecedented control, yet its real-world deployments are frequently plagued by severe vulnerabilities and hurdles. Think of it like a supercar with paper-thin tires, incredible potential, but practically unusable. This signifies a critical gap between perceived revolutionary power and fragile reliability. These aren't just developer-side fixes. This directly impacts compliance audits and product reputation for the entire organization. Then there are the practical deployment hurdles, like unexpected scaling costs and integration complexities. Hype too often overshadows crucial operational realities, leading to costly surprises. Understanding this fundamental disconnect is the first step towards truly leveraging MCP safely, because the hidden dangers are more prevalent than you might imagine. We just saw how MCP promises immense power but often delivers fragile reliability. But its greatest vulnerabilities often hide in plain sight. Its plugins. The absence of a unified, secure standard for these creates chaos. Many are built by external teams, introducing unknown dependencies. A single compromised component can ripple through your entire system. Sensitive enterprise data can easily escape through poorly secured interfaces. Attackers can inject malicious context, corrupting model responses, impacting everyone. This isn't just a developer concern. It becomes a critical compliance and legal risk with every third-party plugin integrated. Ops teams struggle to monitor and patch vulnerabilities they often can't see. Relying on unchecked plugins is a gamble with your entire data ecosystem. The true scale of this plugin vulnerability is far greater than most realize. Our last discussion highlighted MCP's vulnerable plugin ecosystem. The raw data is shocking. Seriously, 72% of MCP plugins carry critical flaws. This isn't just a number, it's a silent threat. Lurking in your systems, unlike simpler tech you see, MCP's complexity defies easy analogies for these risks. Just look at this. One finance company lost millions, through an insecure data sharing MCP plugin. This isn't just a developer concern, you see. It impacts compliance teams, legal, and even sales workflows. So how do we identify risks? By scrutinizing plugin origin, patch history, and community support. Assess severity with automated scanners and manual security audits. Mitigate by isolating untrusted plugins and implementing strict access controls. Ignoring plugin security now guarantees operational chaos later. Trust me, but what if, and this is key, the very models we use exacerbate these security challenges? From examining MCP's vulnerabilities, we uncover a counterintuitive truth. Many assume bigger LLMs always dominate MCP performance. They don't. Larger models often struggle with complex context management overhead. Smaller, fine-tuned models often excel at specific domain tasks with MCP. This isn't just a developer concern, it directly impacts ops budgets and deployment strategies. Smaller models can keep context more local, reducing latency and data transfer. One retail platform saw smaller LLMs outperform larger ones for specific product search relevance. This shifts procurement strategies, favoring optimized models over brute force scaling. True efficiency comes from matching the model to the context protocol's precise needs. But what happens when even an optimized smaller model hits its context limit? Last time, we hinted that smaller LLMs can often outmaneuver their larger counterparts with MCP. That seems counterintuitive, right? A 4 billion parameter model beating a 671 billion one. We're conditioned to believe more parameters equal more intelligence and capability. But with the Model Context Protocol, raw size isn't the whole story. MCP introduces strict rules for how models receive and process information. Smaller LLMs, by design, are more focused, adhering better to these protocols. This isn't just a developer concern. PMs, security, and ops teams benefit from predictable performance. Larger models, without strict MCP, can actually dilute their vast knowledge. It's about precision and disciplined execution, not just sheer computational power. There's no complex analogy here. It's about efficient data flow and structured interaction. Understanding this paradox is only step one. What does it mean for your deployment strategy? Building on that paradox, simply understanding MCP's nuances isn't enough. Blindly scaling models without fixing context is a financial drain, yielding none for real ROI. Your focus must pivot from context length to context quality. This isn't just an engineering task. Data governance is critical for legal and compliance teams. MCP demands architectural reevaluation, not just repeated model updates. True MCP success requires seamless collaboration across data, ops, and product teams. Invest in intelligent context management tools, not just ever bigger LLMs. Ignoring these realities ensures your models remain stuck, expensive, and unreliable. But what if the next leap in MCP relies on something entirely unexpected? The future of AI demands more than just using context protocols. It demands mastering them. Understanding MCP nuances moves beyond a competitive edge. It becomes an absolute imperative. This is about building AI responsibly, anticipating context failures before they impact users. Deployment means securing every context boundary, safeguarding sensitive information and integrity. This isn't just a developer concern. It directly impacts compliance, auditing, and even legal risk assessments. Ignoring MCP's complexities leads directly to unpredictable model behavior and significant technical debt. A single context breach can shatter user trust and damage your organization's reputation permanently. Proactive understanding now means avoiding costly public incidents later. Remember, in MCP, ignorance isn't bliss. It's a security incident waiting to happen. Thank you for watching. If this resonated, like, comment your biggest MCP challenge, subscribe, and get the full playbook linked below.